Houston, we have a question.
We have a question. This is the question and answer segment that we do in the 417 Gamer Group. Every Friday, we pose a question for everybody to interact with. We're also sharing those with the Facebook group, the Game Group, and we encourage you guys to answer there. These are the questions from July. Question number 1. What is the most America game in your collection? Katherine?
I would say Walnut Grove. Early settlers, you're doing resource management. Feels very heart of America to me.
Sure. For me, I did 1812, Invasion of Canada. It's absolutely America. It's when Jefferson said we were going to go take America, while at the same time Britain was trying to reinvade us. But you're just worried about the Canadian side where you're trying to take Canada. Spoiler alert, we don't have Canada. Canada's still their own thing. Kate in the group wants to know if Monopoly counts, and I think that absolutely is an America game. And Kriggers, he loves Liberty or Death and American Insurrection. Don't know that one, but I think it's a GMT game, and that's very much up Kriggers' alley. Question number 2, what is your favorite game in a white box? For me, we've been playing the heck out of Just One. It's a cooperative party game where you're all writing on little boards, and you're all one person closes their eyes, everybody else tries to write clues down, and whatever clues are repeated, that person does not get to try and answer whatever the secret word is. It's a fun little game, but that's our favorite in the white box. Matt in the group really likes Ashes from Plaid Hat Games. Katherine, your favorite in a white box?
I would say Takedo. It's very elegant and simple. The artwork's beautiful. I think it's probably my favorite in a white box.
Nice. Question 3: What is the game with the worst components in your collection?
Staropolis. Staropolis is a fun little sci-fi game where you're all building on the same space station.
Yeah.
And the concept is fantastic. You get cards that give you components, and then you get stuff based on what components you build on this station, and it would have been a great game, except the
pieces don't fit
together.
You make one little subtle move and they all fall off.
Everything crashes, which would not work on a space station. So I was very sad about that game.
For me, it's the game of 49. It was like my first or second time going to Geekway to the West. They were just bringing out the game, and I think it was a smaller publisher that they used. It's Monopoly money. It's a small little board. The art was very minimal. They used the Tiddlywinks clear little circles to make your markers. You're trying to get 5 in a row, but it's an auction. Each time a number comes out on the board, you auction it off. It's a very fun game. Components are lacking. But I have heard that they are reprinting it again this year. They've got updated art, nicer boards, nicer components. I'm excited to see it, but I'm still probably going to keep my copy. Question 4. What game in your collection has the best standard components? Ethan in the group, he says Oath or Pax Pamir are his 2 calls. Oath has that neoprene mat, really nice components, and then Pax Pamir has the cloth map. And you said that you really like the cards.
Yeah, the linen card finish is just probably one of the best card components that I've felt in a game.
Lee from the group, he really likes the new Hero Quest. Katherine, your favorite game with the best standard components?
Best standard components, definitely a toss-up between Concordia and Scythe. Mm-hmm. If Concordia would have had the nice indentations to hold on to your resources, I would have...
The dual-layer player boards?
Yeah, the dual-layer player boards would just make it all the difference in the world. And Scythe for 2016 coming out of the box it really raised the bar across the board for board games coming out of the box.
For me, it absolutely is Scythe. Scythe, when I opened that box, I already knew, and I saw the mechs and how nice those minis were going to look, but then the dual layer player boards and how nice all the wooden meeples, and you had different meeples for each of the factions. Right. I mean, it could have just been a standard meeple for all of the workers, because, but your Russians had the Cossacks hat, and the Nordics, and, Question 5. What is your favorite game with or about traveling? Katherine?
I'm going to use Takedo again. Even though Takedo is not one of my favorite games as far as traveling goes, it really nails that whole feeling. Yeah. You feel like you're traveling as you're walking down this beautiful map. Mm-hmm. And like you said before, the artwork is just gorgeous. So definitely Takedo.
For me, I went Airlines Europe. I really love that game. I know it's more about stocks, but you are buying airplane routes and connecting routes throughout Europe. In the group, Latoya, she really likes trekking parks and trekking the world, and she's very much looking forward to the Trekking Time Traveler, and she says it's great to play with her 11-year-old. Well, those were the questions from July. Katherine, thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you next time that Houston has a question.